Good morning, student. Department of Computer Engineering and Information Technology. Subject Software Testing. Semester 5th. Subject Coordinator. Myself, Miss Anita Shirture. Chapter 2nd. Types and Levels of Testing. In previous lectures, we taught about the levels of testing, which is the unit testing and performance testing. Now, we will discuss about the system testing. Then, learning outcome of this video: system testing, functionality testing, usability testing, compatibility testing, database testing, interface testing, performance testing, and security testing. These techniques are used in chapter 2nd, types and levels of testing. This chapter is given for 18 marks. Now, system testing. System testing is black box testing techniques. It is the performed to evaluate the complete system, the system compliance against the specified requirements. In the system testing, the functionality of the systems are tested from end-to-end perspective. Student, in these system testings, we are checking the end-to-end perspective, and the system testing is usually carried out by a team, that is the independence of the development team, in order to measure the quality of the systems unbiased. It includes the both the functional and non-functional testing. In previous video we learned about the functional and non-functional testings, as well as what is the white box testing and what is the black box testing. Then system testing is the type of the black box testing techniques, and it performed to evaluate the complete system, the system compliance against the specified requirements. You have to fulfill the requirements of this customer. So that's why whenever you have start the system testing, that times you have to evaluate the complete system, the system compliance against the specified requirements. You have to fulfill the requirements of the customer, as well as the expected outputs are given there. So the system testing is the end-to-end perspective. Next is functionality testing. In functionality testing, we need to check the each components are functioning as expected or not so. It's called as the component testing. In this testing, to make sure that the functionality of the product is working as per the requirements defined within the capabilities of the system, you have to fulfill the requirements of the customer in this functionality testing. And in this testing, activities should be included. Next is web form testing. The main purpose of form is to get the information from user and store into the database. First thing, to test its validations on each form fields. Here, two types of validations needs to be considered: client side and server side validations. Second, check all mandatory fields. Check if a user not entered a required field, showing a mandatory error message. Third, add information. Next is the cookies testing. Cookies are the small text file that gets saved the user system These files are saved in the desired locations and used by the browsers to use the cookies. So, let's see what should be tested in the cookies testing. The first is the test the application by disabling the cookies. Second, test the applications after corrupting the cookies. Everyone knows about the cookies. The cookies are the small text file that gets the saved the user system. Then, thirdly, check the behavior of applications after removing all the cookies for the website you are testing. Fourth, check website writing cookies are working or not on the different browser. Fifth, check if cookies for Now, let's see usability testing. In this, to make sure that the system is easy to use, learn and operate. This will include all possible options like menus, links or buttons on web page should be visible and accessible from all the web pages. The web pages navigations should be easy to use. Then, help instructions content should be clear and should satisfy the purpose. In this usability testings, all options on header, footer and left-right navigations should be consistent throughout the pages. Following content testings of the websites are the no spelling or grammatical errors mistake in content throughout the page. Second, all text should be present in icon images. Next is the compatibility testing. It is done to ensure that the development product is compatible with the different browsers, hardware platforms, operating systems and databases as per the requirement documents. In a software application testing, the compatibility testing is the non-functional part of testing. It is ensured that how applications working in supported environment. This would include the browser compatibility test, OS compatibility and mobile browsing. Next is the database testing. Database testing is a key part in the database testing. Testing and activities would include check if queries are executed without any errors. Next is the interface testing. In the interface testings, mainly three areas should be covered like a web server, application server and database server. In web server, check if all web requests are accepting and not any requests are denied or leakages. And then next is application server. Check if request is sending correctly to any server and displayed correctly. Check if errors are catched properly and displayed to admin users. These are happens in the application server. And the database server. Check if database server is return correct results on query request. Next is performance testing. In this testing, to check the web applications is working under the heavy load. This included the testing types is the web test, testing and the web load testing, and also included this. Check if the response times of website applications under the different speeds of the connection. In this testing, we have to check if the response times of the website applications under the different speeds of connections, as well as check if site handles the many simultaneous user requests at the same times. Simultaneously we have to check because the multiple sites are handles the many users request, and so that's why we have to check the if many handles the users simultaneously, that times your sites is the responding the many things. Check if how your web application sustains under the peak loads, and check if large input data from the user. If large input data is given from the user that time. Next is the security testing. Everyone knows about the viruses, bugs, errors. That's why how to secure your product. Then the secure testing is there. The secure testing is carried out to ensure that any information leakage in terms of encrypted the data. In this testing, not only prevent from the viruses but also prevent your leakages, and also secure your data from the hackers and any types of leakages in terms of encrypting the data. The security testing activities will include the check if unauthorized access to secure pages. If user changes from HTTP in secure page, then proper message should be displayed and vice versa. Everyone knows about the HTTP, and it is the authorizable secure pages. Check if restricted files are able to access for the download. Then check if internal web directories or the files are. Thank you.